Good morning, students. This is the Crave, and I am having my breakfast right now. A nice coffee, peanut butter sandwich, and some open toonz. This is a little character I was playing around with. I just wanted to give you an idea of what you can do with open toonz. It's a very powerful program, and it's completely free, so all sorts of good things about it. Let's talk first about the interface. Well, I wouldn't call it very friendly. I mean, it's got all these tabs up here, it's got whatever this thing is, it's got all this busy stuff here. I mean, this I think is probably where you draw, but what's this doohickey here? Well, don't you worry, we're going to get through this really quickly. And the first thing to understand is that these tabs are basically organized according to the production process of animation. So if we start at cleanup, we've got the place where you scan your drawings and clean them up. Drawing. Then you animate your drawings, put color on your drawings, arrange your frames of animation in what's called the X sheet, save and manage your files, and produce them for animation, a process called rendering, which you do on a farm. I know, it's quaint. We're going to spend most of our time to start with at basics. Basics has almost everything we need to create an anime cartoon. Over here we have a toolbar with most of our drawing tools on it. Down here is a palette, which is where our colors are going to go. We're going to create our colors and patterns over here. This is a level strip, and you can think of that as like a flip book. And this is our main tool for animation. As I said, this is called the X sheet. It's also called a dope sheet. You heard that right. So what we're going to do is just do some quick drawing. If we go up here to the paintbrush, and then we click on this frame right here, we're in column 1 of frame 1 of the animation. So that's the first picture in the animation. You can think of these like layers, column 1, column 2, column 3, like layers in Photoshop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw, oh, that's a big thick, there we go, I'm purposely going to draw it overlapping. I can click on it like that to select it, move it, rotate it, scale it, change the pivot point, and here's something really cool. Right click on it, see this, remove vector overflow, watch this, paw. Pretty cool. If I wanted to change the thickness, I go up here and I can change it that. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go fill, and I don't really want to fill it with black, so what are my options? Well, down here I only have 2 colors. What's that all about? Well, you have to actually create or import all the colors and textures that you're going to use for your drawing. So what I'm going to do is right click on here, and I'm going to choose new style. Choose whatever color you want from here, or if you want to get really funky, go to texture. You can choose a texture, although it might make things work a little more slowly. These are mostly for lines, so we're going to ignore those for now. I think I'll choose a brick texture just for fun. Make sure that I've got the paint bucket and paint it. There we go. Now let's say that I want to edit this line. Well, this line is not like the sort of line you draw in Photoshop or your favorite MS Paint. This is what's called a vector line. It's made up of a thin line called a path. It's got these dots on it, which are called vertices. Each one is a vertex. They're also called points. It's got these little handles here that allow you to bend the lines. And of course it's filled in with something called a fill. Now if I want to move things around, so I can use this vector tool from Control Point Editor, and I can just drag them out like that. But check this out, there are all sorts of other cool tools to work with for vector objects. So check this one out. This is the pinch tool. I grab it. Oh, isn't that cool? You can change tool settings to change the effect. There we go. This one's a good one. Yeah. And that is your introduction to Open Toonz drawing.